Welcome to 561 Music. My name's Ben.
And I'm Hector.
How are you, Hector?
I'm doing good, man. A little tired this week, but I'm doing good.
Oh, you've been working super hard, haven't you, lately?
7 days a week, man. Like the last 2 or 3 weeks. And then I think my first day off is like completely off from everything is going to be Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just showing me this amazing piece of art you did in a Tijuana Flats in Pompano. It's so cool.
Yeah, man. My friend Nate is the lead artist on that project, so he designed it. And then my other friend Jolene came in from California, and the two of us banged it out in about 4 days, I think. We started Saturday on my birthday, and then we finished yesterday.
That's awesome, dude. I have a little something for you for your birthday.
Now I'm scared.
Now,
is it going to jump?
I don't know if we
talked
about it on the podcast, but Hector's had a little bit of a bad back, so I got you a massage.
What? What?
Nice.
Yeah, I bought you a massage for your birthday.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Is she topless or is it like regular?
It's a regular massage.
Ah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. I hope you like it. It's at Hand and Stone, which is it's just right around the corner from here.
Okay.
You know where we go, Paddy Max and all that stuff? Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Very nice.
I will use that as soon as I get a day break here.
There you go.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, happy birthday. I didn't know if you were like a kind of goes and gets massages type of a dude.
I have never had one.
Well, that's what
I am totally down to try it, man.
That's cool. Well, I can tell you from birth that it is good. So
awesome.
You should totally do it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Oh, no problem, man.
Nice. Oh, and happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
We have John Leonard here. How's it going, John?
I'm good, man. How are you guys doing? Everything good?
Yeah.
Nice. Yep.
I only saw you
Stoked to be
yesterday,
here.
didn't I?
Yep. That was a really fun event we got to do yesterday with Carl. That was really sweet.
Yeah, totally. It was the Grace Notes project.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carl's been on this podcast before, and we've both played with him a lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep.
You've done a bunch of gigs with him, haven't you?
Saw you guys on the news, man.
I've known him for years. Same thing with you guys, probably same amount of time, about 15 years or so. And just about 2 years ago, or not even, maybe a year and a half ago, we reconnected again, and we've been doing some stuff with different treatments and stuff, playing at those. And then he called us yesterday for that,
Yeah.
and it was really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like Hector was saying, they had us on the news, didn't they?
Yep.
15 seconds of fame there.
You guys, especially you and Carl, they even showed me in there. They got my back in there for a second. They showed my hand strumming. It was cool.
Yeah,
really neat.
Absolutely.
It was such a fun time, man. It was just to see that people were so happy, like.
I know, yeah. I got out of bed, had a little breakfast, and then just went straight there. What a way to start the day.
Yeah,
awesome.
It was amazing, man, because, you just saw them, how they truly were just so joyous. And, and like you were saying, it was just, I agree with you. It's or maybe you or Carl was saying, the best crowd they played with in front of for a long time.
Oh,
yeah. And it really was because they were really engaged and they loved it. And it's we play so much that we don't have that happen, It
was that dude from Nashville. Can you remember what his name was? I can't remember his name.
Oh, not offhand.
No, but it was that guy who said that. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. He was great, though. It was you and I and this other dude. He's a real nice guy. But
yeah, watching the little clip on the news, I mean, you could see everyone in the crowd was just so thrilled to have you guys there.
They loved it.
They
loved it, and Carl was saying that some of them have never seen live music before, So it was you could just see that's why they were so happy and they were just joyous, and it was and I was
it was something very pure about it. No one was kind of
there was no
taking
judgment.
The piss out of it and kind of giggling in the back,
Nobody judging you or this guy, how as good is this guy? It's they're just happy to have musicians there playing, and it was just the best thing ever for them.
You nailed it with a Christmas song as well.
Yep, I guess smart. I got lucky.
You did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, didn't you?
Yep, I did that one. I learned that last year. I didn't learn it good enough to start playing out for Christmas. So I was all right, this year I'm going to get it. So I got it this year. That was fun.
I know, we haven't learned any Christmas songs. We should do. I was teaching a kid how to play Jingle Bell Rock today, and I was thinking we should probably just play that.
Nice, that's a good one.
Something we
Simple
can
blues.
Just pull out really easy this weekend.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that has just an A section and a B section.
There you go.
And it has the timeless line, "Giddy up, jingle horse." which
Yes.
I just
Yep.
think is wonderful.
Yes. And do you know what a jingle horse is now?
I'm not sure.
It's a horse that they keep by the campfire in the evening, so they can use it the next morning. They can ride that horse the next morning to gather up the other horses.
Is that
on the
true?
range. That is what a
That's
jingle
really
horse.
what a jingle horse
That
is?
is what a
Interesting.
jingle horse is.
I had no idea it was a real thing.
It is an absolute real thing.
Oh my God, that's changed my life.
Yeah,
Wow,
there
are
you
you
go.
serious?
Never
Wow,
would have
okay.
known.
I was making this joke like, what the hell's a jingle horse? It's actually a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Okay,
It is a real thing.
Fair enough.
There's also a song called Jingle Horse, but I don't know what that's all about.
You've opened a whole avenue in my mind.
You're going to go down the Jingle Horse rabbit
I
hole
know.
now.
Quite a funny name for a band, actually. Or like a company that makes jingles.
Yes.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So let's get over to you there, John. So, why did you? When did you start playing music? I know you've been playing music for a long time, haven't you?
I have been playing music for most of my life. Yep, I started
Yeah.
pretty young.
What about your parents and stuff like that? How did you kind of were they musicians?
They're not musicians. My sister and myself were the only ones that played a little bit. My sister played for a short time and she stopped, but my parents are not musicians, and neither
Right.
are my grandparents on both sides. And I don't
You're the
really.
first.
Our family's kind of like a little mysterious, but just
Right.
going back a couple of generations, there's no musicians. So
Right.
I'm just kind of the random one that just kind of popped out of nowhere, sort of.
Cool.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, what were the early kind of influences to bands and stuff like that you were listening to?
Let's see. I guess when I was really young and I started playing. When I first started playing, you're just playing what you learn from the teachers and what they kind of
Yeah.
give you, you know. So that was like I was just doing whatever. But when I
Just
started
drums.
actually having my own, like influences and stuff in the music, I was probably about like maybe 12 or 13,
Okay.
maybe even younger than that.
Right.
But around there, you know, between 10 and 13, I would say, in those years is when I started like getting into rock and roll and stuff. And that was what I first got into, was like rock and stuff.
Yeah. Sure.
So, like Zeppelin. That's how I got into drums. You know, that was my initial. John Bonham was like the initial thing that got me into drumming. So definitely Zeppelin. You know, Hendrix, The Doors, Beatles, all that '60s stuff. That's all that rock was like, to me. That was the coolest stuff
Sure.
when I was a young kid. Like, you know, just getting into music.
I don't
and
think
then
there's
I
been a
got really
single
into the
person.
Dead.
I don't think there's been a single person who's come on the show and hasn't cited Led Zeppelin as being important to them. I
Right.
think every single, they're just so important.
It
you know,
is.
Well, sort of, you know, maybe even if you don't like them, you got to accept what a huge effect they've had on, you know, everyone's music taste.
And
Are
if
they
you
a
don't
band?
like them, you got to be
Are they
insane.
a band?
Oh, it's okay. I'll play some later. Really,
No, they're,
obscure. I
like,
did some
huge,
digging.
man.
Found this crazy band, Led Zeppelin.
You know, because they had everything, though. You know what I'm saying? They had an amazing drummer that's
Yeah.
like not only just like a great heavy drummer, but like
Yeah.
just has that fucking pocket. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That groove. So it's like heavy rock, but it's like grooving so
sure.
deep. You know, and the
Yeah.
bass player John Paul Jones, like he plays every instrument pretty much,
Yeah.
and amazingly. You know,
He's
so
a
it's
wizard.
like. So those two just locked up into this crazy heavy groove.
Yeah.
And then you got the vocals of Robert Plant over that, and then just Jimmy Page going. It's like, how can you go wrong with that
Yeah.
combination of people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
It's a
just
powerhouse combination, man.
Like, yeah. Like it's the kind of thing you never see again. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
people
totally.
try to copy it, and it's just not even going to come close. You
For
know?
sure. And the fact that it was breaking ground as well, you know, it's like even if you did get close to it, it wouldn't be the first time anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like, that's the thing about all that stuff that came out in the 60s
Yep.
and 70s when people started turning their guitars up. It was the first time anyone had ever done it. You know, you
Yep.
can't repeat that, really.
All those bands are they're so original. Like all those. That's I swear I was born the wrong time. Like I wish I was like I wish I was my age when I was like 25 years old. I wish I was like 25 in like 1967. You know what I'm
I
saying,
hear
in
that.
California somewhere. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like at my prime age, like in the 60s in Cali. Like I feel like I missed that's where the universe should have placed me. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I got placed. I just got placed a few years too late. You know, but
I don't think you're alone in feeling like that, honestly.
yeah, it's just like everything was just so cool back then.
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
all the firsts were happening, you know, like rock was still brand new, like, you know, it's transitioning from being super like, you know, 50s-ish with the nerdy kind of guys like Buddy Holly and transitioning to like the crazy guys on drugs, you know, like
Yeah.
so
Totally.
awesome.
So you got into Dead then pretty early, did you?
Then I got into the Dead, yeah. Where I grew up in Syracuse, New York, and like
Oh, right.
up in that area, like there's just a lot of hippie-ish kind of people, a lot of Deadhead kind of people. It's an artsy, kind of fartsy, like folky kind of community place.
I've been
up
to
there.
Syracuse. I played at Funk and Waffles.
Okay, yep, that's a great place. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a great
I
name.
left before that wasn't there when I left a long time ago. I came down here in high school, and I've been in South Florida on and off for like 25 years. But so that wasn't there when I was there, but I've heard about it. Like all the good bands play there, so that's cool. You play there, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's good in the university, I guess. Like in that whole
Syracuse is over there, Syracuse University. Yep.
Yeah, no, I've been there a couple of times. There's this sort of northeastern, ska punk scene that.
Nice.
They used to have us over there. We were on a small label called Asbestos Records, and we were going over there to promote the record and stuff. We went to the Northeast. We did like American tours a few times, but like we went to the Northeast sometimes, just the Northeast sometimes. You know?
Just stay in that area. Just kind of hit Boston, like Philadelphia, New York, all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And some of those little towns, like Syracuse and places like that, Buffalo,
Albany, and all that.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah, there's a lot of good little college towns up there. The Northeast is really cool.
Yeah, even places like Kingston and stuff like that.
Yep.
In New York, it's good stuff.
For sure.
All right, so was your first instrument the drums?
My first instrument was a violin.
Oh, right.
And I played the violin for about a year, maybe even less. I didn't play it for very long. I took lessons, and I was enrolled in like a Suzuki violin lessons.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, I did
Really?
that for like a year, and not exactly. I know it's like I can't. I probably won't describe it exactly right, but it's basically a system that they teach you. Basically, it's like by ear.
Yeah.
They
Like they play a phrase, you got to play it back. So
it's basically all just by ear, and then eventually you're supposed to. They eventually teach you later on the reading and notation, that kind of thing. But it's initially just to get your ear to pick up the notes. So it's like I don't know. I think in the long run, it really has helped me from being so young and starting to do that. But I only did that for like a year, and then I didn't play anything for about a year, and then I picked up cello, and I played cello for 2 more years. And then I stopped that, and that's when I started playing percussion and stuff in the band.
Yeah.
And then I started playing drum set. So it's like that transition from probably about the age of 6 when I started playing violin till about 10 of that, going from, cello or violin, cello, percussion, drum kit.
Okay, that's interesting. Because you definitely do have sort of an ear for harmony and stuff like that, and your originals, that I listened to on the record, using a lot of interesting chords, a lot of tritones, and kind of, a lot of it sounds like really early Pink Floyd to me.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, because I didn't mention them yet, which is amazing. I forgot to, but that's another huge influence, especially the early stuff, because I really love Syd Barrett.
So that's what it sounds like to me, Syd Barrett.
Cool, man. And it's like I wasn't really going for that when I made that recording of that. I was really into a lot of. I was listening to "Smile" by Brian Wilson. I was really kind of stuck in that thing for a while, and then that's when I recorded that thing. So I don't know, nothing on that really sounds like "Smile," but that's what I was kind of really involved in at the time. I went through when I
it's
first.
It's very psychedelic. Like it's got that kind of exploratory use of chords. I thought it was quite interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, I do like to do that. I like to use chords that just not just trying to be too weird. I want it to still be catchy and poppy, but still just not the stuff that's like super basic you hear all the time. You know what I mean? Try to just use things a little bit different, so it's just not this. There's so much of the same thing going on these days.
Absolutely.
I just feel like it's just good to try to just mix things a little different. So I try to put chords in there that people don't always use and shit.
And you do that, and I think it's cool. I think that not
tastefully,
using,
because some people can do it and it's just, you know what I mean. I try to do it tastefully, because I feel like sometimes if you try too hard to make it not normal, then it comes across sounding contrived. So it's like it's a very fine line.
It is a fine line, because it's just what I was going to say, which was that. Not using the chords everyone uses is like a sound in itself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, because there's only so many variations, really, ultimately. And a lot of what music sounds like comes from style, delivery, attitude. It doesn't, not necessarily the chords or the notes specifically you're playing.
Exactly, true.
But the fact that there's only a few sort of variations of it means that, not using the chords everyone uses all the time is its whole own kind of just sound. It's just, because you can't go. It's not like there's an infinite numbers of directions. There's only a few avenues you can take, really. I think someone said there's something like 3 It's
different types of
structures.
songs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. There's they're all, everything's the same song. It's just how you arrange it or whatever, you know, like, and then how you make the vocal melody. It's like there's so many songs are the same. Like, you know, you guys have seen those videos where they they do a montage, and it's like all the same groove and beat and like, and they sing the different.
Awesome.
It's all just different vocal harmonies, but basically the same song. You know what I mean? Like, we as musicians, everything's borrowed. We're all recycling everything, you know. So Absolutely. That's why I try to like, you know, I try to put a little effort to make it sound like it's just not like your everyday stuff. I guess is what it comes down to. Really,
it sounds cool that it's a grower too, because I know when I first listened to that record a long time ago, when you were talking about it online like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
and I listened to it, and I thought it was cool, but I didn't like hook into it. Yeah. And then I listened to it again about a year ago, and I was like, oh, actually, there's something here. And then I was listening to it this week, so we're doing this, and I was like, oh, okay. I think I get it now. Like,
that's cool.
Yeah. It took a minute to soak in, but to be honest with you, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It means it's got depth.
It's kind of it's a little bit abstract, I guess, in a sense. Because I can't remember what song comes up first when you hit it, but I think it changes, actually. I feel like it's changed for some reason. I think they put like whatever song has the most plays first or something.
On Spotify, it's Alston.
Okay, yeah.
And We've Never Known, and then Eyes on the Horizon.
Yeah, they're all kind of like a little bit different, you know. Now looking back on them, like now, like I wish I put like another track that was a little more like accessible, I guess. They're kind of they're kind of a little bit deep, you know what I'm saying? Like the stuff I'm writing nowadays is a little more like when I go to record again, we're probably going to record with the full band for one, so we'll have their influences on it, because that was pretty much just all me doing that by myself. And
who did the keys on it?
The guy that produced it, my friend Mitch. He produced it. He recorded it and played keys on it. Because
I know that you play with Spider Cherry sometimes. I was wondering if Nathan was playing on it. That was
no, that wasn't Nathan. That was my buddy Mitch Nilo. And he plays bass. He plays bass with right now I'm not sure who he's playing with, but he's always playing around. He's a local guy. He plays around town.
Right.
And he's more of a bass player than he is a keyboard player. But
pretty good keyboard player though.
Just for the sake of just beefing up it so it's not just acoustic guitar and just my voice and percussion, because that's all it is. That's really all it would have been if he didn't put the keys on there.
Did you do like, is it djembe on there? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's just djembe, like a little shaker and stuff. It's real stripped down, like, and then just keys.
Sounds nice.
Thanks, man. Yeah. But like where I was going with that was, as nowadays, like I'm writing more stuff. It's a little more funky, a little more rock and roll. Sure. You know, that was kind of like this was kind of a real acousticy kind of thing. Yeah. You know, and since then I've been kind of more thinking. Even though I didn't have a band or band members yet, I was thinking more. The way I've been writing is more. I've been writing for a band. You know what I'm saying? So like, so those songs are cool and they translate kind of cool. Like when we played the show at Barkback, we didn't play. We only played one of the songs out of that. Okay. You know, because it's like the other ones just didn't feel like they fit in the set for that particular show. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
So just to go along with what you're saying, I kind of see what you mean. They might not grab you like right at first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I didn't mean that in a bad way at all. They literally grew on me to the point where I'm like, I get it now. You know, I'm going to be listening to it.
That's cool. I feel you.
Yeah. So, do you have a writing process? Do you have a way that you write songs?
Yes, I do. I mean, there's no formula to it. I mean, I guess there is. I don't write lyrics first. I usually come up with the music first. I'll be playing around with stuff and piecing things together. And then as I start having something that'll come together that I see I'll be interested, that I like, and I'll embellish it and keep going with it.
Yeah.
That's when I'll start hearing the vocal melodies, you know, and then the last thing I do is usually write the words, because for me, that's always like the part that's the hardest, you know. Well, not the hardest, but just like you gotta sit down and think, okay, well, what's the song going to be about, you know, or if it's not going to be about something, what are you going to make it kind of like ambiguously about, or what is it going to? What kind of flow is it going to have, you know?
Do you find that you're like after you write the music for something, do you find that you just have a subject that you want to write about, and so you kind of shoehorn some lyrics in there, or do you feel like the music kind of inspires a certain subject and it kind of points you in the right direction?
A little, mainly the second thing you said, because a lot of time I won't. Well, recently I've gotten ideas for songs and then wrote the lyrics based on like a subject. But a lot of like with those lyrics, a lot of the lyrics on that recording, that initial EP we did, that's like basically the kind of lyrics that are kind of like stream of consciousness. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like I try to make it so that the words and the story can kind of mean different things to different people.
Sure. Yeah, that's
you know
awesome.
what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So it's like it can be openly interpreted for differently by different people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I
there's
think that's an art form, and probably the best way to make art.
and they
honestly.
do mean things to me. Like, but like right now, if I looked at my lyrics, I could kind of tell you what I was thinking when I came up with them. But there's not like my words are generally not stories, or it's generally not about a certain subject.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more just about like kind of like a stream.
Like
They're
ideas.
it's almost like filler, sort of, but like at the same time, I try to make it thoughtful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
So
those are some of the best kind of songs, though, because if I'm listening to a song that somebody's written and they've written about a specific thing in a specific point in time and whatever, and I can't relate to it, then it's just a song to me, and it's got to be really catchy for me to like it.
Yeah.
But if it's a song that's open to interpretation and it can mean something to you and it means something different to me and it connects with Ben in a different way, now we all like that song.
Yeah.
And it could mean totally different things to all
Well,
of us.
look at Wonderwall. What
that's
the hell
what
is
I try
a
to
Wonderwall?
do. Yeah, basically.
I hate that song.
Me too.
I do not connect with that song. Let's just be clear about that right now.
I do not. I don't play that one. I'm probably going to get some shit for that eventually, but I do not play that
No
one.
one. It's okay. Hardly anyone. I don't either.
You don't? Okay, cool. I'm not. I'll get away with it.
No
then.
disrespect to those guys, but I hate that song.
I don't like that song either. Just because it's so overplayed. That's all.
Oasis lyrics in general, 100% that they seem to have mastered the art of the vague. You know,
Yeah.
it's like what is it about? There's loads of songs. They do have some specific ones, but a lot of their stuff is like, it's a
So
trip.
the one that have
It could mean
champagne
anything.
supernova.
Yeah, yeah.
What the hell's a champagne
That's
supernova?
yeah, right. But that's clearly just about getting wrecked, isn't it? Obviously,
I don't even know. I've never really thought about that one. What that meant actually.
I think to me, it has always felt like that song's always felt like it was about like the experience of like the fame that they were experiencing.
I'll tell you what it's not about.
True.
It's not about a jingle horse.
That's true. Sure as hell wasn't about a jingle horse.
I get you.
I can't believe that jingle horse is a real thing. Are you making it up?
I swear to God, I'm not.
That's insane.
It is a real thing. Look it up. I'm telling you. It's a real thing.
Okay. You've made
Good
my
old
night.
jingle
with that. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So this next question is fun. Do you? And actually, I think I've asked you about this before. Do you practice still? Do you practice guitar? You said
Yes,
all
all the time.
Yeah.
It's like all I do.
That's
literally.
cool.
If
That's
I'm not like playing a show, I'm either like practicing new songs, covers, or writing music, or practicing my guitar skills.
cool.
Because I have like OCD, man, and I'm a drug addict, alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? So like I kind of replaced all that crap I was doing to myself with music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I do have an addictive personality. So when I got into guitar, like I really did get addicted to it. Like I loved it. It was just like awesome. And then now I still do. Like I obsess about it.
Yeah.
So like it's a good healthy addiction. So that's good.
Right,
But
yeah.
that's pretty much all I do. Because I'm just trying to get better at playing guitar, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first started playing, I was just trying to learn as many songs as I could and just get really good at just doing basic strumming.
When was that, and how did this all come about? You deciding to sort of become a singer-songwriter and everything. I have a feeling it's related to kind of your recovery and stuff like that, right? I think
Yep, it is. It is actually directly related to that because I've always wanted to play guitar, and I always knew I could if I just sat down and figured it out. Because I have good rhythm. I'm a drummer, so I knew I had the rhythm.
Yeah.
So I just it's just a matter of just learning some chords,
Sure.
And I've always said that, but I've never picked up a guitar and never did it, And then I went to treatment. I was there's no reason to talk about it too much, but I had
Sure.
a really long and drawn out battle with alcoholism and drug addiction.
Right.
And it got really bad near the end, but thank God I got out of that. And but
that's
anyways,
wonderful.
I did get into a treatment. So yeah, and when I was at the treatment, there happened to just be an acoustic guitar sitting
was
there.
that?
That was in 2016.
Right.
So
Okay.
about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
A little over 5 years ago. And
I found myself in a similar position a couple of years later, so I can totally relate.
Yep. And it was I'm just now getting. It's been 5 years, and I have slipped up a couple times in those 5 years. I'll have 2 years again in April.
Okay.
Of 2022. So in the 5 years that I've been in treatment, or not in recovery, I've slipped up a couple of times, and but I got right back on the horse. They were kind of like just dumb slip ups, like kind of fuck it moments.
Right.
And I caught myself just, I realized it was like. I didn't embellish I caught myself before it became like a spirally crazy relapse.
That's really good, and also really important to get out there if anyone's out there and thinking about this stuff, which is that, like slipping up and relapse and things like that, it's part of recovery.
Yeah, you just got to get right back on it. You can't get too depressed about it and bummed out about it. And I was able to catch myself, and because of what I learned in treatment in the first couple of years I'm not really in any programs anymore, but the first 2 years of my sobriety, I was very hard, and I went right from a treatment. I was in a 3 months treatment, and I went right from that to a halfway house, and so in all that time, that was a year time, and then about a year after that, I was still in the program, and I went through all the steps. I mean, I took it real serious, and I still do, but I'm not like a heavy program guy anymore.
Right.
I forgot where I was going with that, but like basically,
it was like
there was a guitar at the treatment center.
Oh yeah. So
I love this story because there was
it.
one at mine too, and I could see that the program there was really awesome for people who were looking for something to grab a hold of. I was in a bit of a different situation, right? When I went in there, it was like music and whatever I was doing with drugs and alcohol was kind of like intertwined to the point where I would just like I didn't even want to think about music.
Yeah.
But like for loads of other people, it's just a great way of pulling them out of this. It's what Carl's like trying to do, taking music into rehabs and things. Music and rehabilitation go hand in hand.
It really does. And the other thing is, it's like the other thing about it is like it was new for me, because that's what was really cool about it. Because like if say I went in there and there was a drum kit sitting there. You know what I mean? I would have been like, "Oh, cool! There's a drum kit here," but like, I would have played it a little bit and just been like you're saying, like, this drum kit's what landed me in here. I almost kind of like at the beginning, I almost blamed it on the drum kit almost, because I was just a crazy drunken drummer for so many years. So when I went in there, it's like the last thing I would want to see is a drum kit, but I saw the guitar and I was like, I've always wanted to play guitar. So then I saw it and I played a couple of chords, and then it just like. The addiction took hold, and I haven't put it down since, basically.
Cool. Was there somebody there that kind of showed you some basic stuff, or did you just kind of start picking it up?
There was another guy there that played it, and he was actually already a player, so he was good. He knew what he was doing, and he was leaving in about like 3 or 4 days. So I knew that, and I kind of like stayed claiming the guitar. Nobody else
sponged all the information you could.
Yeah, I got a couple chords out of him, and then basically just claimed the guitar. So when he left, that like I just not claimed it, but nobody else was really playing it. It was just him playing it. So when he left, there was going to be nobody else that really wanted it. So I kind of made sure I was next in line just to grab it. And
trust me, I definitely I'm saying that I didn't want to play guitar when I was in there, but I played guitar every single day.
It's still therapy, man. It's like, our music is our therapy at the end of the day.
I'm thinking back on it now. You know what it was? Is I didn't want to be there performing in front of everybody. I was still playing.
Right.
I found an electric guitar that didn't make much noise.
And you know how to play already, so people expect you to play for them.
Exactly.
So then it's like you got the pressure of that. I didn't have that because I didn't know how to play. So it was like,
got you. Yeah. No, that was exactly what it was. It's like, I was already kind of like. I felt like there were a lot of eyes on me anyway, the last thing I wanted to just kind of just be there working on me quietly, you know what I mean?
Yep, I totally get that, for sure.
That's just so wonderful that this happened and you started you on this path.
Yeah, man, it's like I really would say that like I could almost say like guitar saved my life in a way, because because I don't know, man, if I didn't find the guitar there, I don't know what I would have been doing. I don't know what it would have grabbed me and taken all my attention away from just like life. You know what I mean? Like it really just
that overthinking where you're just like, well, what am I without all this stuff that I've been doing and everything?
Yeah, it was like something to redirect my energy. From just doing stupid shit and damaging myself. It was just a way to redirect everything and like.
So did the writing come or how soon did you start?
I started writing songs right when I was in the
That's right.
treatment,
That's
like
what
because
I was gonna
I
say,
said, I learned a couple chords from the guy before he left, but then really I really learned most of it just from going online and just like printing out little sheets with like chord diagrams. You know what I'm saying, like that kind of thing.
Right.
So I learned A, D, all the basic, you know, main chords, and that's how I started playing a couple first easy songs. You know.
Yeah.
But I even started writing songs though, like halfway through maybe a month or two into learning the guitar, I started writing my own songs and stuff. Nothing that stuck from that period that I still play now. Like it was a couple years of playing before I started writing songs that were initially those first 3 songs were or the ones that went on that recording.
Oh, okay.
Now I got but I've been writing steady since then. I got like 32 songs now.
That's great.
And I put all my songs through like my own little like I would have a lot more songs
like
if I
quality control,
Yeah,
filter
exactly.
kind of
I was
thing.
gonna say I'd have a lot more songs if I was like less anal about like what I would consider something that I would want to show people. You know?
Yeah, man, I hear that. I'm throwing away ideas all the time. Like, you know, I'm too much like that. I feel like sometimes I'll finish an idea and I'm just like, well, that sucks. And I just
yeah, and you know what? Sometimes we shouldn't be the judge of our own stuff.
Yeah,
too,
maybe.
Because it's like you know, I've had things where I thought I was just total crap before. People were like, dude, that's really awesome. And then I've also the opposite where I thought something was really awesome. People are like, that sucks. You know, so it's like
Nah.
music's so subjective. You know.
Ben brings ideas and then we tell him it sucks, so it's fine.
There you go. Yeah. Nice.
There is a certain amount of truth in that, though. We do write together, and it is great. You know, it's like nice to have like some.
That's cool. I want to start doing that. Like I've been mostly writing all my stuff on my own, but like now that I finally have some guys that are playing in the band with me that I finally locked down. It took a long time, but I got 3 great guys with me playing, and now that we're doing that, we're gonna hopefully start bouncing some ideas. So the music's a little more just not just one person. You know, I feel like music sounds better when there's collaboration going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it can be cool if one person writes everything too, but then it's just more. Then it's really one-sided. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like it's better. Like
there was
when
this
everyone can
Jay-Z thing
contribute.
one time, right? When he was on some like track that Joe Budden was rapping on. There's one bit where he goes, "We don't believe you. You need more people." And I think there's like something in that, you know. If you don't have your like you're not working with people who are trying to make a thing, you know. I think it's things are just generally better if it, you know, it's
For
just
sure.
done in a group.
What's
I agree.
the lineup for your band? Is it?
I was just gonna say I should shout out to the guys.
Yeah.
I have Nico Kiriazi's playing lead guitar.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
he's
we know
great.
Nico.
He's like a bluegrass acoustic player.
Yep.
I know you guys know him.
Yeah,
I'm
came
just
on the
saying.
show.
we've had him on the show. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, awesome guy.
So we're both Deadheads. He's a Jerry. We're both Jerry Garcia fans, and he's doing the bluegrass thing. So I was like, man, he'll be perfect to play electric because Jerry was an electric player, but he was really like a bluegrass banjo player playing guitar. So that's
Has
why
Nico
his
played
style is
much
so
electric
strange.
before, or is it kind of a new thing to him?
It's newer to him. It's newer.
That's
I mean,
cool.
it's not
That's
his first
interesting.
time he's doing it, but like he's been mostly for the past couple of years just playing acoustic bluegrass stuff. You know,
Yeah.
from as far as I know, I don't want to speak for him, but I'm sure he's played before. But I think he's like getting back into it. I know he's primarily an electric bass player.
We should just make up loads of weird facts about Nico on the thing.
Nico is just this crazy guy from space, man. He's just like way
He
out
likes
there,
long
bro.
walks on the beach.
Not that many people.
He's actually. I love Nico, man. He's awesome.
Yeah,
he
he's
kills it, and
total
he's doing
dude.
some really cool stuff. It's like, just is exactly what I wanted because I'm like I said, I'm a huge Deadhead, and like so he's like doing this cool trippy Jerry kind of bluegrassy,
Sweet.
kind of electronic-y, kind of like psychedelic. It's perfect for
It
it.
sounds awesome.
And then we got Steve Naraka playing bass. He's the bass player from the Resolvers and a
Really?
band called
Cool.
Royal Majestic.
Nice.
Yep, and then we have Chris Lopez on drums.
Neat.
He's like a jazz rock drummer.
Yeah.
These days, I think he's more focusing on jazz stuff, but he can get heavy and play rock too. And he's doing like he's like a perfect drummer for the blend that we're kind of going after right now. 'Cause it's like it's a weird blend, but I mean, and it's so early in the development of it. Who knows how it's going to go? But we're trying to throw little elements of bluegrass, Americana, but also like some funky electronica kind of sounding like funky jazzy kind of stuff too. Like
It doesn't surprise me that you're looking to be creative with it because I feel like everything that I've heard you do is slightly unusual and very creative. You know, so it's
Thanks, man.
it only makes sense that the band will be an extension of that.
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
it sounds interesting.
It's like I feel like I finally got the right guys for it, and I'm pretty sure they like the music and stuff. So it's like, it seems like we got to get some more rehearsals going. We're still trying to line up more shows.
Yeah.
We'd love to do a show with you guys. You know,
Yeah.
I'm talking to Mickey from Spread the Dub. We'd love to do a show with them. You know, just we're trying to line things up. We're trying to get into that Farm to Grass festival for February, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I've been trying to get on that festival since the first one. Like, yeah, if you're out there, Farm to Grass.
Yeah,
have
bring us in.
Killbillies playing the band.
Get us in. Paper Carcass too.
I know, yeah, that's a funny one.
But I don't think we're gonna. Anyways, I don't think we're doing that. We're trying to go for the February one. I think it's not happening, but I think he said he's gonna try to get us in for next November.
Okay.
But I hope something else
Nico's
comes up
in the
before
band,
then.
so you got a good chance. You got a fighting chance.
True. Yep.
Yeah.
But hopefully something comes up before then. But you know, because that's not till next November, and we just played our first show in November. So if we don't play another show in November, that's not a good. If one show a year, I don't know. I hope we can do a little more than that.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
As long as it's one good show,
it's
though,
a new
right?
thing, so you know, I gotta be patient. I want to be playing everywhere right now, but it's just I gotta be patient.
We're trying to do a bunch of pop-up events for 561 Music, so we'll have you come and do a gig for sure.
That would be sweet, man. Hell yeah. Keep us in mind for all that stuff, because we're like in the business now. Like we're looking for gigs again, because we had that bar benefit thing. That was our first thing.
Yeah,
and
that was fun. It was a good time.
It was really fun. Yeah. I mean, other than the rain, which messed everybody up that day, you know. But especially us, because literally our set was supposed to start at 5:45. Like literally 5:45 on the dot. It just started fucking pouring.
Oh, no.
Like literally right when we were supposed to start.
Sucks.
Yeah, so we got to play, but the rain fucked us up, and our set was shortened, and all the people that were outside ran inside, and they didn't really come back out because it was still kind of rainy. You know what I mean? It was just like the rain kind of fucked us, but what are you going to do?
I want to say that's when we were playing as well, or at least around then.
Yep, you guys were right before us, I think.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
You guys, I think, just missed the rain, or you just started right after you guys finished, I think.
Right.
But it still went good. We still got to play for a minute there. We thought we were going to be completely canned. Like we're not going to get to play. It's like this is done.
Yeah.
But we did finally, after like 45 minutes, the guys were able to turn the power back on and everything. We got to play for like a half an hour. So it was cool. We got to play, but it's just like, you know, it did get affected by the weather. But what are you going to do? You know?
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to do? Indeed, I had a good time. I had a blast.
It was fun. I stayed. Afterwards, we were there the whole night. Everybody played great. It was everyone made the best of it. It was an awesome experience. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was like, it's just the weather affected it. It would have been. I felt bad for like Mickey and his mom, just because it was like they work so hard for it, and then the weather came and just kind of put a damper on it. But everybody made the best of it, and it was still awesome, and everybody played amazing, you know.
Yeah, totally. We're doing a gig
times.
there on April 2nd, and hopefully the weather will hold out for that. But then we're not doing that second stage thing that they did.
You don't have to worry about that. You'll be inside.
Yeah. Exactly. So maybe that, you know. Maybe
is the whole patio area covered at this point?
Enough of it. There's little gaps, but it doesn't really matter.
Right. Enough of it that it won't matter.
Yeah.
Unless it really comes down, it won't matter.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
Exactly. Yeah. So do you have any, like, I mean, we've kind of talked about it, but is there anything in the works? Are you like planning to do any recordings or anything like that coming up?
That's what we're talking about, like right now. Basically, we were trying to, like I said, get into this Farm to Grass thing for February, but I got the news today that's probably not happening. So that was kind of what we were focusing on we were going to hopefully get into that, and then, you know, start rehearsing again, learning some new songs that I haven't shown them yet. I've shown them about like 9 of the songs. I got like 32 songs. So I still have a lot of songs to show them. So I was going to show them some more songs and hopefully be able to play some different ones for this Farm to Grass thing. But that fell through. So basically now I'm thinking like exactly what you said. Like I want to like focus on now, since that's not going to happen. I think the best thing to do would probably be record a couple of songs with the band,
right,
and release like a 2-song EP or something.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be excited to hear that.
Yeah, because I want to, you know, because it'll be so much cooler with to hear. Like, I mean, that first recording was fun, you know, but like, I want to hear it with like a drum set and the electric bass, and like, we'll probably have someone for the recording. We'll probably have someone play keys,
right? Just
because like ultimately, this band is supposed to have keyboard player.
Yeah,
we don't have one now because for one, it's like they're the hardest thing to find, really. I feel like, and two, like I can't
Nico play keys? I get the feeling like he can play them a bit.
Who is it?
Nico. Can he play keyboard?
Probably. I feel like he plays everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he has talked about getting a synth, so yeah, I know he could definitely play a little keys.
Right.
Yeah, so he actually has talked about that. But if we could either do that approach, or we would want maybe just like a fifth member. That, like if we got a fifth member now, it would be keys. You know what I mean? Like right now it's just 2 guitars, bass, and drums.
Yeah.
But this kind of style of music really needs keys. You know, and the reason we haven't like added someone yet is for the first reason is mainly because it's hard to find someone that's really good and kind of will be interested in what we're playing. And 2, it's
Well, you're getting up there in members at this point as well, and the fact that you've got so many solid members already is an achievement, honestly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yep. And so there's no rush to add the keys, basically, but it's just it'll be good for this style of music. And I forget what there's a second point of what I was going to say. Oh, at this point right now, it's just like it's a little bit of a money thing because I like to make sure that I pay everybody in the band. You know, no matter what's going on, like even if it's like a benefit or something, like I want them to be paid for their time and their work. So like, so basically, it's just sort of a money issue at this point in the game right now.
Are you thinking of in the fullness of time getting it so you can do those kind of 3-4 hour gig type things? Is the band going to get it to do that?
I don't know because I have I'm kind of keeping this world separate. I'm trying to keep Paper Carcass separate from my cover band.
Yeah,
I do have like I'm calling it the John Leonard Electric Band for now. I might think of a name for it.
I had no idea. That's really interesting. I feel like I've seen something about that now.
Yeah, that's what I do. I want to keep Paper Carcass as my original thing. I really kind of want to play that like more. Okay, I just realized I'm kind of far from the mic. Hopefully, yes. Sorry about that.
Fine.
Basically, I want Paper Carcass to like play like I want it to be like a festival band if possible and like bigger show. You know what I'm saying? Like
I absolutely know what you mean.
I don't want Paper Carcass to be a band that's playing 5 nights a week around here. You know what I mean? Like I want to keep I want to keep the original thing like a separate kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, that's what no name for me is like. We only play when we want to play and if it's big and good. That's it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So like if I'm playing like if I'm doing a gig where it's just all covers, and then I'll call it the John Leonard Electric Band, but like Paper Carcass, I want that to be doing like like for instance, I would love to open for like Tanned or the Heavy Pets, or something like that. I want to kind of get tied into the jam band / festival circuit with Paper Carcass. That's that's the goal for it. You know what I mean?
I saw Heavy Pets a couple of weeks ago. Awesome.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah,
I think it was like the first time they got back together. Yeah, I went to one of those ones at Guanabana.
Shredding. I saw a clip of Jeff playing a solo, and he was just fucking like shred. I was like, damn, goddamn, this guy's
I really want to get
it.
him on here, man.
Yep. Oh yeah, you got to get him in here for sure.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely legit.
And they're really cool dudes, man, for sure.
Yeah, I chatted to them. They were dead nice. They were super nice. Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Why don't we have you play a couple of tunes and then we'll talk about them. Brilliant.
Perfect. Cool. I just put the pressure. I'm allowing myself to put the pressure on myself, which is stupid, but. Dude, take your time. Take your time. Oh, it's recording? Okay. All right, so it's going. Try to be who you are, you're just not sure it's you. So you get back in your car, drive it on home from the zoo. Well, you know that it's been waiting, always waiting there for you. Just see if you can grab it, make your dreams come true. There's no semblance of you. There's no semblance of you. There's no semblance of you. There's no semblance of.
try to ease your mind and the dirt kicks up in your face, just leave it all behind. Keep on moving at a steady pace. Well, you know to just keep going. The roadblock detours here. Just need some kind of peace and not just disappear. True, true. There's no semblance of you. There's no semblance of you. There's no semblance of you. There's no semblance of. True, there's no semblance of you. There's no semblance of you. No semblance of you. There's no semblance of you. There's no semblance of you. There's no semblance of you. Every time I get going, my wheels are broken down. Up in the sky, my oh my, the good Lord's laughing now. Take me up the mountain, Lord, and I'll look out over town. Down in the valley, I see Sally, and Sally's smiling now. Oh Lord, you laugh at me, and I feel just like a clown. Take me up the mountain, Lord, and I'll look out over town. Stop by the old school just to see the grounds. The grass so green and the air so clean, you can hardly hear a sound. About to head out again, but the angel said not now. Up in the sky, my oh my, the good Lord's laughing down. Oh Lord, you laugh at me, and I feel just like a clown. Take me up the mountain, Lord, and I'll look out over town. Take me up the mountain, Lord, and I'll look out over town. Oh Lord, you laugh at me, and I feel just like a clown. Take me up the mountain, Lord, and I'll look out over town. Oh Lord, you laugh at me, and I feel just like a clown. Take me up the mountain, Lord, and I'll look out over town. Take me up the mountain, Lord, and I'll look out over town. Take me up the mountain, Lord, and I'll look out over town. Sweet. All right, cool. We got two of them. Nice. That's it. That's all. Pressure's off.
This episode is brought to you by Handlebars Bar and Grill. It is a bike bar, and it's up in Tequesta, which is real near this studio we're in. It's about 5 miles from here. Tequesta is a small town right above Jupiter, and Handlebars Bar and Grill it's on US 1, just right there on the side of the road. John Leonard, who's our guest today's played there. You know, he's exactly where it is. And it's a kind of
Awesome
hole in
place.
the wall. Thanks, dude. It's a hole in the wall biker bar type of a deal. My father-in-law opened it, and it's got great food. Burnsy does killer food in there, and a whole load of beers on tap. We kind of tightened up the music that we're doing there now. Now we're doing a bike night on the second Thursday of every month, and we're doing a jam on the last Sunday of every month. And that's the music that we're doing at the moment. We're going to be doing special events every now and again, but those are the times if you want to catch music. The most important thing is that bike night on the second Thursday of every month. But it's a cool spot, and we revitalized it. It was Judy's, it was called, and it was kind of run down a little bit. And so, you know, we gave the place a fresh lick of paint, and opened the doors up again, and the beer's cold, and the air conditioning works now, and the place is legit. We built a patio outside the front. You should come check it out. It's cool. I think you'd like it. Me and Christy Christy's my wife. We put a whole bunch of Christmas lights up a couple of weeks ago. So I guess a week ago. So it looks pretty fun right now. If you want to come and get festive at Handlebars, now is the time.
And that place has been there for 65 years or something.
Yeah, the longest time.
Biker spot for all that time, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
That's
it wasn't
really cool.
always a biker. It's been a biker spot for a real long time, but then it's been other things too. But the building has been there for
Forever,
forever.
right?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And very interestingly, it's a 2-story building. But when they built the new, US 1, it used to be Dixie. When they built US 1, they piled up all this earth against the side of the building. So if you go around the side, you can see that it used to be a 2-story building, but you can only see the second story from the road.
Weird.
Is there access below?
Yeah.
It's almost like a basement now.
Yeah, that's where the beer's pumped
That's
from and all
cool.
that stuff. Yeah,
That's pretty wild.
yeah, totally.
Well, we have a second sponsor for this show today, and it is Harmony Management Group, and that is our good friend Mary. That is, I guess,
Big up, Mary.
yeah. She manages all our scheduling and
Yeah.
our scheduling
Mary.
and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
But listen, Harmony Management Group does all sorts of business stuff. She can do anything from some basic few hours of office work for you, filing, organizing, things like that. She can also do full service offerings like bookkeeping, payroll, tax services, data entry, scheduling, which she does for us, invoicing, just all sorts of office type things. She's really becoming the go-to accountant for artists and musicians, and like I said, she does stuff for Kill Billy, so she really knows what she's doing when it comes to the music stuff.
Yeah, I tell you what, with our schedules, which are going
think I
all in
need
different
her.
directions, and all the different gigs that we get, and the different combinations of gigs, like whether it's a trio or a duo or so,
Yeah.
all this stuff, she she collates it all for us and puts it on different calendars that are different for the different people.
Oh,
and
she
amazing.
she keeps us all straight, and I'll be honest with you. In the time I've been in
counting,
Kill,
basically.
in the time I've been in Kill Billy's, the one or two mishaps that we haven't even been on her. They've been on they've been on us. So,
Yeah, exactly.
So no, she definitely keeps us straight, keeps us on our toes. So, so if you have any kind of business, type dealings and things that you need help with, give Mary a call, 561-420-5652. You can also check out her brand new website. It is spectacular and beautiful. It is www.harmonymanagementgroup.com. And right now for the holidays, she is also doing gift baskets, and they are absolutely cool. Like she's got all these really artsy looking gift baskets.
Yeah, I saw them. They're rad.
Yeah. So give her a shout and get some gift baskets for your loved ones for the holidays.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's funny having you talk about something as artsy, and when you're an artist, it doesn't
Right.
seem
Right.
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Everything's artsy to me.
All right, yeah. So those were two beautiful songs, and they're both very different. Could you tell us a little bit about them?
All right. The first song I did is called Semblance. That one was that's kind of like a country rock tune that has like a little bit of like an instrumental breakdown near the end of it. The that sounds pretty cool when I'm playing with the band. Like just by myself, it's just kind of like there's like a little section going on there.
No,
but
I
just,
get it.
it's just
We've had a
rhythm.
few people on here who've just been like, well, there's this bit that happens there, but we can't do it because
It's just like it doesn't sound right without the pieces there. But
Sure.
so that's that one. It's kind of cool. It's called Semblance. That one is loosely just about somebody that you think you know, but they're not really who you think they are, kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, so it vaguely are based around that sort of idea.
Right.
Then the next one is called Look Out Over Town, and I wrote that one about a year and a half ago, like right after COVID happened. It was
I remember when you went.
COVID.
I remember I saw it online.
Yep.
And when you were playing it, I swear to God, I was thinking to myself, I bet you he wrote this when he went to Asheville. And then
Yep.
realized he did. That's so awesome.
And I totally did, and it was like it's really happened too. The story's like take me up the mountain, Lord, look out over town, and it's that's like literally happened to me that day. I went to Asheville, and I was just like, I really needed a vacation so bad, and it was just so great to be up there. And I was like, man, I just got to get up to the mountains. And I was
Yeah.
in the downtown area, and I didn't know shit about Asheville. I just kind of went up there on a whim.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to get up in the mountains, but I didn't really know where I was going or how to do it. And I asked some people, and they're like, oh, you can take this out. They were telling me all this stuff, and I was just like, okay. I wasn't paying attention. I had a cup of coffee in the morning, and I just started following this road, like a little road in town. And the road literally was in a neighborhood, and it just kept going up, and it just kept going up, and I just kept going. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to follow this and just see where it goes.
That's awesome.
And it just kept going and kept going. Eventually, it ran into the Blue Ridge Parkway, and that's
cool.
how I stumbled upon the Blue Ridge Parkway, and then I got on that and just drove around all day, and it was just absolutely amazing. But basically, I just stumbled upon, just driving through a neighborhood in Nashville, just exploring. I stumbled upon this little road that just kept going up, and so that's what that chorus is basically about, And
Oh, that's cool.
And then
I really like it. I was saying to off camera that I think Killbillies could do a really good version of it. Would you mind if we tried to cover it?
not at all, man.
that'd be
I
cool.
encourage it for sure. That would
That's
be awesome. That would be
man.
so cool. I'd be honored if you guys had covered that. That'd be awesome.
That'd be
man.
sick. I always wanted to. One of the things that all the two-tone bands did, those ska bands in the early '80s, is they'd all play each
Cover
other's
each other's
music.
stuff. I think people should do that more too, man. I
Exactly.
don't know why people don't do that more, man.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Totally. Yeah, I think it's the coolest thing ever. And it just
We should start that. We should bring that into the South Florida scene of
Absolutely.
local bands covering each other a little bit.
If there's ever any Killbillies tunes you guys want to play, just do it, man. Don't
Yep.
even ask. Just do
Yes,
it.
that's what I tell people, man. Please do,
Yeah.
because it's like you're helping us get the songs out. More
Yeah.
people are hearing the music that way. So
Yeah, totally.
yep.
Yeah, I've had a friend who, the thought of that kind of bothered him, and but I think that
That's
exactly
strange.
what you said. The truth is that it's just it can only do good more people playing these things because then more people hear it, and it's not like it's doing any of the people who've written these huge, amazing, famous songs any damage. All of us playing them every weekend, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why we should just play each other's songs instead?
I can't see
So then
why
we'd get
anyone.
the-
I
we'd
can't
get the
see why
money for it.
anyone would be upset if someone covered their music. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hey, can I cover your song? Oh, no way, man.
Every
you
now
can't
and
play my
again, you
song.
meet someone with a weird ego, but
I guess that's true, yeah. Or they think you're gonna try to take credit for it or something. Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
who knows?
yeah, exactly.
That's ego. That's like ego. If you what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like if you're like that worried, it's like I don't know. That's kind of strange.
Yeah, totally. I want to have a big bitch session about that, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at your pedal board. You've
yeah.
recently started playing electric, and you got a pedal board, and can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes. Okay. So basically, it's a pretty basic pedal board, as you see. I'm primarily still playing mostly just rhythm guitar.
Right.
I'm working on my guitar playing. So I mean, pretty soon you're going to hear me starting to play around with leads and doing melodies and stuff. But I
Cool.
just basically got there. That's a really nice wah. That's probably my favorite that's probably my favorite pedal. There is that wah.
There was one here at the Give and Let Give thing. Those Vox wahs, I love them
It's
because
so nice,
they're
man.
sweeter, aren't they? They don't have quite the range that a Crybaby has.
It's almost too short, almost though. I feel
right,
like
you think so? I like that. but
I do like it, but I feel like I wish there was a little more play with it.
Well,
know
if
what I
you
mean?
want that, the crybaby's wider.
It's bigger
That's-
open.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
but I mean, in that short range that it does have, there's a lot of difference.
Sure.
So it makes up for it. You know what I mean?
Oh
Even though
yeah,
it's
I
less,
think it's great. They're my favorite wires.
I love that one, and it's got this
Yeah.
cool little Japanese art in the bottom of it too. So
Oh,
I really
sick.
love that. I wish I could show you it, but And then the next thing is just a linear boost. That just kind of, you just set that, and that'll just turn everything up. It's like a clean boost basically.
Okay.
The next one over is a tube screamer basically, overdrive. And then it's just a TC Electronics Corona chorus and the flashback.
Gotcha.
And it's just it's a digital delay and chorus.
Yeah, cool, man.
And they sound cool, and I got it dialed in. I kind of use them more as tone shapings than necessarily just blasting effects. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, cool.
But I really like that wah. I got that, and then I got that that synth today, which I have I got to go home and read the rocket science. I got to go home and read the freaking journal.
Can you remember what that thing was called?
It's called it's a Pigtronics Mothership.
That's it. That was it.
2.
Yeah.
It's cool. But I haven't figured it out well enough yet to make it. I can't tell if I really like it or not yet.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you bring it?
I didn't bring it. No.
I want to have a go on it.
I should have brought it, man. I should have brought it. Damn it. Sorry, man. I should have brought it. Now I feel bad. It was pouring rain when I left, and I was like, you know what? I'm just playing acoustic, so I was like, fuck it. I'm not bringing this extra shit. But now I kind of wish I did.
Yeah, so, no, I get it, though.
You would have probably figured it out. See, I'm sitting there. I was hoping I could just open it up and take it out of the box and just start turning knobs, and it was going to make all these cool sounds.
Right.
It didn't really do that.
Right.
I think you gotta kind of know how to set the things, the parameters, and all that kind of
Sure.
thing to get the right effects out of it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I got to go home and read the manual. And
I've had experiences like that with guitar synths before. They're not quite as intuitive as
they're not, and it's weird. It only plays one note at a time, so you can't play chords or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like that. I kind of knew was going to be the case,
Right.
but it's really like that. It can only do one note at a time.
Right,
So
interesting.
it's really like a synth.
Yeah.
Because that's how synths are. You know,
Yeah,
like
for
they can't
sure.
really. If I'm speaking correctly, I don't think you can do chords with
Well,
synths.
it depends on the synth, but
the earliest ones.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
couldn't,
yeah,
right? I think it was just
exactly.
one note at a time or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So this thing's almost like that. It's weird, but it's almost like that, which is kind of cool, but kind of not cool. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
sure.
kind of sucks you can't do 2 notes at once. You know?
Well, that's
So-
like the Boss bass synth. It's kind of the same
Yeah.
deal. You can only do
Is
one
it?
note at a time. But what's funny about it is like you're saying, you got to be a rocket scientist. It's a hard pedal to figure out. When, there's certain knobs and they do certain things and they don't seem to do what you think they do.
Yeah, for sure.
But once you figure it out,
It's
my God.
awesome.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
and I have a feeling that pedal that you have is going to be the same thing. Once
Yeah.
it
I'm
clicks,
probably gonna like it.
once it clicks, you're going to go, holy crap! This is amazing.
It's a little counterintuitive right out of the box. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
If you're used to just taking the pedal out and using it, it's like you got to learn. There's a little learning curve to it.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
so
Absolutely.
I'll figure it out. And I hope that I really hope that's the case because I don't want to. I've never sent anything back, so I don't really want to do that. You know, like so.
Right, yeah.
I'm hoping I really like it. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find a use for it. I mean, at the very least, it's going to be like an interesting thing to experiment with.
Yep, and you know what? I got it for half off. It's normally $250 brand new, and I got it for $125. So it was literally half off. So it's if it becomes a pedal that is not always on the board, and it's kind of just
Yeah, it's
something
like
I have,
just
and I
save
can
it
use
for
it.
recording if you need to figure out a weird
or just certain
noise or whatever.
spots, or
Yeah.
if I just wind up keeping it on the side, it might just wind up being like that. But I'm hoping that I really like it, and it finds a place on my board permanently. So
Totally.
we'll see.
So, do you have any? You got any shows coming up? What's going on with your?
Oh, you just reminded me. I have something for you guys. Shows
really?
coming up. Mostly right now, I have mostly still solo shows. I'm trying to transition to playing full band on the weekends.
Yeah.
It's a little slow going. Like people know me as a solo musician.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they want to. I
something
don't
I
have any
wanted to-
videos of my band, and so like people want to see it. It's proving to be a little more tedious than I hope it was to transition to playing with the band on the weekends. But
Right.
I have to be patient, and it's going to happen.
Well,
so
there's something I wanted to say that I didn't get around to saying earlier, which is that just over the course of the last 2 years of me being aware of you doing this, it is like it's crazy how much very noticeably better you've got, which
Thanks,
is just
man.
so sick to see.
Yep.
It's so it's not that I ever watched it and I was like, "Ugh," or anything like that, but it's just now I'm like, oh damn, that's awesome. Like, he's doing this. Oh,
Well,
that's
you see
awesome,
it. You
know?
definitely see it because like.
And something that I always say about music, especially kind of, playing in bars and things like that, is no one really notices if you're like not that good or average, but people really notice if you're good.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And like
Yep.
I've been seeing things online. I've been like, oh no shit, all right.
Thanks, man. That's really awesome. Yeah, it's because I've just been. That's another reason because I work so hard. Like I practice so much because I know that I have a long way to go because I've only been playing for 5 years, so like I'm starting late in life, so I feel like I gotta like catch up, So that's
Sure.
another reason why I'm working so hard. But thank you for saying that because it's nice when people notice it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And, like,
totally. Yeah, no, it's definitely.
but yeah, it's coming.
The work going into it, and I mean that in the least patronizing way possible. Just trying to give you a
No,
compliment,
for sure. I totally get it, man. And it's
Yeah.
true because a couple of years ago, I've only been playing for 2 or 3 years, and it's like, there's only so good you're going to be in that
Yeah,
amount of
for sure,
time. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's
for
like,
sure.
I know I've gotten a lot better just in the past couple of years. Out of I've been playing for 5 years, but in the last 2 years, I've gotten a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Like the first
Yeah.
3 years was just like, you're kind of like learning the instrument, but in the past 2 years, it's like the learning's kind of picked up faster. Like I'm getting better faster now,
That's
if that
cool.
makes any sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Because I think just the muscle memory and just the repetition of practicing every day. I meticulously practice with a metronome because just coming from the drumming, studying when I was younger, studying jazz and stuff on drums, it was just so important. I just automatically knew that was going to be huge for me for learning guitar. So since day one of playing the guitar, I've been practicing with a click,
That's awesome.
just to make sure, just to get the rhythm just super second nature.
Oh yeah.
So my rhythm's really tight, but the first couple of years it wasn't like that. Even though I was playing with the click, I was still like kind of just like.
Well, you kind of did the right thing. You just sort of booked a bazillion gigs and you were just playing and playing and playing. The way you get good is by playing.
That's how,
you know?
exactly, and I knew that for sure. So that's
Yeah.
what I was doing. So the most important thing that I was trying to do when I first started playing, because once I started playing guitar, that treatment, I was like, I can do this. I want to do this now. Now I want to play, And then I got into it, and I was like, I set goals for myself. But the first thing I realized I had to do was I just have to have super solid rhythm, be able to play rhythm, strum nice, solid, thick chords, and sing over it. So I just focused on doing that. And then so the first 3 years I was really just trying to learn a bunch of songs and just strum and play real consistent and solid. And now the past couple of years I've been trying to get better at guitar. You know what I'm saying? Like the first I was just all I wanted to do at the beginning was just get to the point where I could go out and play gigs so I could start making a living, because you start playing a lot and that's when you really get better.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew that just because I'm already a musician. It's not like I just started playing guitar 5 years ago and I wasn't playing anything. It'd be different if I never played anything before, but since
Yeah.
I already played,
Yeah, that's awesome. So on the subject of shows, you got anything coming up this weekend?
I do. Yep. I got, what do I have this week? I have tomorrow I'm playing at a place in Boca called The Standard. It's
Okay.
a nice little restaurant, playing there from 5 to 9. And then Friday I'm at, let me tell you, one second. Let's see here. Friday I'm at tomorrow I'm at Delray Market in Boca, in
Okay.
Delray.
They're gonna miss that because this comes out tomorrow at midnight. So yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
You've missed that one, guys. Sorry.
They missed that one. Okay, so how about Standard on Friday, 5 to 9. Then Steam Horse Brewery in West Palm, which is kind of in the warehouse district.
Yeah.
That's on Saturday, 6 to 9. And then I'm playing at
Andy works there, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been
Andy
trying
Johnson,
to get
right?
in there forever. For some reason, nothing ever lines up. Yeah.
He's the booking guy there is his name is Dave.
Yeah,
Hit him
I
up.
chatted to him. It's all good. It's nothing to do with them. They've been being super cool and trying to get me in there, but for some
Business,
reason, nothing's been lining up. Yeah,
sometimes it happens,
yeah, totally.
Coordination.
And
All
you
right.
playing Sunday or?
Oh yeah, that Sunday I'm playing at Perk in Tequesta.
Okay.
Oh yeah, right
Cool
around the corner
spot.
for me. I keep
Yep.
meaning to come and say hello. I live on West Riverside Drive, right there.
It's a fun gig, I don't always love brunch gigs, but that one's a really good one because people are like hang out outside and they actually they enjoy, they actually pay attention and enjoy it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
because you know how it is sometimes we play gigs and you're just kind of
background music.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
the guy in the corner that no one gives a crap about, and then
Yeah.
other times they're actually paying attention and clapping, and that place I feel like the people they pay attention, So
Like,
it's
I could be at that gig from my front door in like 2 minutes. I'm not even kidding. Just walking. I live right there.
You live in Tequesta?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
nice,
So
nice.
I should. I
a
can't
cool
believe I've
area. I
never
like
come
it
to see
there.
you play there. It's just pathetic on my part. Anyway,
Oh yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, I want to just quickly issue a formal apology because I made a terrible mistake, and we were meant to be playing with Switch and Whiskey at Terra Firmata on Friday the 17th, and I double booked us with a gig that we'd had booked for a really long time. And I just want to say I'm so incredibly sorry to Switch and Whiskey. They're coming on the podcast in February, and anything I can do to make this situation right, feel like a real dick about it. I don't ever do that anymore. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, we're playing at Das, which is a cool place, and we're looking forward to the gig and everything. It's not that. It's just I shouldn't have messed it up. But yeah, we're playing at Das, which is in Abacoa from 7 to 10 on Friday.
10, okay.
And then
Nice.
Saturday, we're all the way up in Melbourne at Meg O'Malley's.
That's a haul.
Yeah.
I actually just looked it up.
I heard that
it's like
place
an
is
hour
really
and a half
cool.
away.
Yeah, I heard it's
They're
really
good.
cool.
They like original music there, from what I've heard. That's cool.
I just looked it up, figuring we'd do our usual, all of us pile into one vehicle. And I looked it up thinking like, oh, what is that, like an hour? And I looked at it, it's an hour and 45 minutes away.
I know, it's far away, dude. It's
like-
like virtually
Where is
a
that,
tour.
Vero?
It's like almost
it's
Orlando.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is a little ways.
I've
That's true.
never played in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Have you?
But no, I've never played there. No, I've been there a lot, but I've never played there.
Right.
But I hear that place is actually really fun. So,
Exactly.
So I think
You
it's
gotta
gonna
go
be. I
check
think
it
it's gonna
out.
be worth the drive.
Yeah, totally. And also it
For
sort
sure,
of
I've heard
opens
good
us
things of
up
that
to a
place.
little bit
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
like a little bit more of that more northern Florida.
Sure.
Like it's a stretch for just a kind of a gig to make some shekels, but it's a pretty cool place to play. I'm looking forward to it.
We're gonna call it the Killbillies One Date Christmas Tour.
There you go. Perfect. Then on Sunday from 3 to 6, I'm playing at Pirates Cove on my own up in Stewart. So
Because he hates James and me. No.
maybe after that much time in the car, well,
True story.
Guys, it came bearing gifts.
oh yeah,
I got paper Carcass t-shirts for you guys. Ben, that
Nice.
one's for you.
Thank
That's
you
a
very
large.
much. Yeah.
Hector, that's an XL.
Nice.
They're different colors because they didn't have, when I ordered them, they didn't have the I tried to get all that color gray, but they didn't have the large in that color gray, so I had
Gotcha.
to get the heather.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Rock
it's,
on.
we've
Yeah, man.
had trouble with our Killbilly shirts where it's like I have to get one style or one particular brand or something because
They don't have all the same-
just
what you need.
So many shortages on stuff right now, and
That's what it
t-shirts
is,
is one
yep.
of them. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thanks
man.
so
That's
much.
Yeah, no
awesome.
worries, man.
They're
Hell
real
yeah.
nice shirts.
That's awesome.
Nice ones.
These are
Yeah, man.
David Shaw shirts.
David Shaw. Yep. Shout out to David Shaw.
Shout out to David Shaw for the shirts.
Yep.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
David Shaw shirts.
there you go, man.
That should be the company name. David Shaw shirts.
I'm going to say it once because any more than that, and I'm going to screw it up.
All right, thanks so much, John.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, guys. It's been a pleasure, man.
Absolutely, man.
Good times.
Yeah.
Cool. Peace.
Next time.